So hi, this is Nikki from Natty Nikki, and I'm back today with a quick Primark haul. I haven't got loads, but I've been in and picked up some bits and pieces. It feels like ages since I've really bought a great deal in Primark. I haven't really had a chance to go in there. The only things I've really picked up in there recently have been their £3 leggings, which I've always been a big fan of, and I swear by, and I went and got some more the other day, but I have been in, I have some bits and pieces to show you. So, might as well get started. So I went, I spent a lot of the time in the homeware and sort of cosmetic part of Primark this time round. I know people have been raving about their unicorn bedding. Unfortunately, they didn't have any when I went in to have a look. They did have a duvet set with donuts on it, and on the pillowcases it says I do not care, but husband wouldn't let me have a set, so it's all about that. But if you are in the market for a new duvet set or bedding, it was quite cheap. I think this one set I looked at was like £13, and that was for a king size as well, which I thought was quite reasonable, but I didn't come away with the bed set, unfortunately, but never mind. So but what I did pick up was this little makeup bag, which I love, and it says on it, ride a unicorn, dance with fairies, be a mermaid. But I also love the fact that the zip is a little unicorn. Now, I mean, unicorns are huge, aren't they? They're just everywhere. I know that my niece at the moment, she loves unicorns. I know loads and loads of people that I know through blogging and just generally in life. I love unicorns. But I just thought it was really cute. It was £3, and I desperately need another little makeup case that I could like put in my handbag or just put some of the little bits and bobs in, because what I do, I've got like a set of drawers that I keep all my makeup in, but I tend to keep my everyday stuff in a little separate bag, so that when I'm like bleary-eyed first thing in the morning, as you do when it's early and I've got to get ready for work, I literally just reach my hand in and grab the things I actually need. So that, I just thought that was really super cute, so I love that. So I came home with that. Let's just delve in my bag. I also bought, from a very practical point of view, some cotton wool pads. Now, I have to thank Leah from Leah XL for making me aware of these. She had these in a recent YouTube video. I think it was one where she was talking about things that she repurchases, and this was one of them. Now, these are the big oval cosmetic pads. These are much bigger ones. I find these are brilliant. I use these because I use my cellar water, and I find that the much bigger pads are great for really dunking loads of my cellar water on and sweeping across your face to get rid of makeup and, you know, and grime and whatnot. And these are 90p for 100, which I think is pretty good value. I know that in the past I bought from the pound shop, and I don't think you get as many in there for 10p more than this. I think the last lot I bought might have been Wilko's or Superdrug. That's where I tend to get them from, and there's definitely not as good value. So I think these are fantastic value. So I picked up those. So thank you to Leah for the tip with those. So I got those. Let's keep delving in my bag. I bought some little footies. They're called 3 pairs of sports footies. Not that I do sport. But I like these because I tend to wear these when the weather starts to cheer up, when I wear my little trainers. I mean, I've gone out in trainers today without socks on, and the only problem with doing that is they can rub your feet occasionally, and they smell. It really makes your trainers smell walking around without socks on. I do have some really funky Converse socks that I got in TK Maxx last year, but I quite like the idea of these because they look like they won't come up too far. And I'm really fussy about when I wear trainers not having like all my socks on show. It's just a weird thing with me. Everybody else looks really good when they've got their trainers on show, their socks on show, sorry, with their trainers. I just think I look really strange. I think it's just me. But these were £2.50 for 3 pairs, and I liked these like pastel colours. You get a peach, a grey, and like a mint green. And they're nice. They're really soft. So I'm looking forward to wearing those with my Converse when the weather cheers up, which hopefully it will do soon, because you know it is spring. Wish the weather would get the memo about that. So yeah, there you go. 3 pairs of sport footies. So I got those. Now I did actually get, I know I said I didn't get a duvet cover, but I did get some bedding. I got a fitted sheet because we are running out of fitted sheets. One that we had, which I was gutted, it was from John Lewis that we bought with some vouchers after we got married, has broken. It's got like a massive rip in it, which is annoying. So this is a fitted sheet. I always like to have fitted sheets. I can't bear the flat ones. I've always got fitted ones. This was, there's no price on this was about £6 something. It was less than £7 for a king size fitted sheet. Yeah, I mean, it's not going to be, you know, it's not going to be John Lewis quality, obviously. But, you know, for a cheap and cheerful sheet to replace one that's broken, great. Or if you had I don't know, a spare room that you needed to have a guest bed in and you wanted cheap bedding for, absolutely ideal. But I like the colour of this. It's that nice grey colour, which will go with a lot of our bedding. Honestly, I really want to go back and buy loads of bedding in Primark. I really, really like it at the moment. So moving on, I bought like a really random selection of things. Now, I know it's only April, and I'm still struggling to get my head round seeing summery things in the shops, but I did buy a pair of sandals because I find with Primark, I don't know if anyone else notices, but it's a kind of place that when you see things, you sort of kind of have to buy them there and then, even if you're buying a little bit out of season, because the stuff that's nice tends to go really quickly. Now these are actually wide fits, as I do have I have wide-ish feet. I don't have really, really super wide feet, but I do have feet that are wide. And when I have to, with sandals like this, standard sandals like this, don't tend to go across my instep because I've got a really high instep. And these are lovely. They're like really springy. They're comfort fit ones, because I don't know if you've ever bought, like I always buy cheap sandals, then they just wreck my feet. Whereas these feel like I've got a bit more springy sponge to them, so they should be quite nice for walking in. And for £6, I don't think you can really go far wrong. They had them in various colours. There was like a nice sort of paley blue colour, but I went with this because it's neutral, and I thought, well, it'll just go with pretty much everything for the summer. So I got those. So I think they're really cool. I'm looking forward to trying them out when we get the weather, she says. And then I also picked up, I've been really liking just recently, I've always been a big fan of statement necklaces, but just recently, I mean, I've got what I call my unicorn necklace on today because it's like unicorn colours. I've been quite liking the idea of more delicate necklaces. And I went in and I found this for £2, which I think is really lovely. And it's got my initial on it, N, as you can see there. There's two little chains in there. And I quite fancied like a little thing like that with this my initial on. If you can hear that rattling, it's the cat. The cat's in here with me at the moment. Sorry about that if you can hear a bell jingling around. So yeah, that was £2, which I didn't think was bad value really for a little necklace. Or two little necklaces. So yeah, and it was right at the front with my initial on. I thought, you know what, seeing as it's right at the front and it's got the N, it's meant to be, isn't it? It's meant to come home with me. So I picked up that as well. Last but not least, there were two little things at the bottom of the bag. So I treated myself to some more mascara. This is the volumizing mascara, and it's £1. Now, I've used this before, and I am quite a fan of it, actually. About all the sort of cheapy mascaras, I think this and the one from Essence are the ones that I tend to go back to. This one I really liked. I find it's non-clumpy, because some of the cheap ones, they can be very, very clumpy. This one I really like. You can spend a bit more. They did have ones for £2 in sort of funky bottles, but I thought for £1, I will stick with the one I know. So this is the PS Volumizing Mascara in black. Well worth trying for £1. It is really, really good for the price. I also repurchased some more foundation. This is £2.50. This is the PS Liquid Foundation. I've got it in porcelain. I've gone back to wearing this again. It's semi-matte medium coverage, oil-free formula. And I really quite like it. For £2.50, it doesn't feel caked on when I put it. Put it on. I can't get my words out today. It's got quite a light feel to it, and for the price, I think it's pretty decent, because I have tried some cheaper foundations and they've not been particularly brilliant. But that one, like I say, while we were away on holiday, I was picking this one up and using it quite a lot, and I was finding it was really easy just to go out the door. So yeah, that for £2.50. So that's everything I bought from Primark. I'm just going to quickly share with you as well some little bits that I've been picking up in the pound shop. Now the pound shop is just, to me, it's like a gold mine of stuff. You never know when you go in quite what you're going to find. And my the 10 things I really like to buy from the pound shop are toiletries. I'm a real toiletry addict. And one of the things I always get in the pound shop is my deodorant. And this is one I picked up today. I've had this one before. This is a Garnier Mineral Invisible Deodorant. I always think these, they smell nice as well, actually. They have quite a nice range and, quite a good choice in there today, actually. But that one I've tried before, and it's the anti-white marks, which is something I always try to look for because I'm terrible for putting deodorant on. I'm putting something dark coloured on and getting white streaks all over it. I'm awful. So yeah, that one. And it's also, this is paraben free and alcohol free. If that's something that you're concerned about, then that is well worth looking out for from the pound shop, which that's really good. I always ever really buy my shower gel in the pound shop, but they did let me down today because I always buy the Nivea and they had none in there. So to make do and mend, I'm going to try some Palmolive shower milk. This has got milk and honey in it. So hopefully that'll be quite nice. I'm going to give it a whiff. I don't know how you get it. Do you get it open? Oh, it smells nice. You can smell the honey. That's lovely. So I'm going to try that. Now, another thing I'm a big fan of, and can end up costing me quite a bit of money really, is the shampoos for my hair. Obviously, as you can see, I dye my hair blonde. And I try to dye it quite light blonde. And to stop it going really yellowy and brassy, I use purple shampoo. Now, I've talked about purple shampoo before. When I first started doing it, I used to use the Bleach London, which I do still use occasionally, but at £5 a bottle, it is not the cheapest option. It is very, very good. And sometimes in Boots, you can get it on offer on the 3 for 2. If it's ever on offer, it is well worth buying because you can buy like 2 bottles of the shampoo, 2 bottles of the conditioner. I do currently have a Bleach London Rose toner, pink toner to try and put through my hair. I haven't got around to doing it yet. A little bit apprehensive because I've just recently, I dyed my hair just before we went on holiday. So I'm going to see. I don't know. I've got that sat to one side, still waiting to use. In terms of shampoos, though, I also sometimes use the Touch of Silver. You can buy the conditioner. There's an everyday shampoo and there's a brightening shampoo, which again is the very dark purple. My cat's having a complete moment on the carpet behind me. Sorry, that's what I'm looking at. But I went into we've got a really big pound shop on a retail park not far from where I live, which is probably my favourite pound shop to go in because you get all sorts in there. And just before we went away, I thought, well, I'll go in and see what I can find in terms of shampoos. And I came across this one, which is, I don't know if is it Crichton's? I never know how you're supposed to pronounce that. It's called Sunshine Blonde with argan in it, and it's tone correcting shampoo, brightens blonde, neutralises brassiness. And it's suitable for natural and colour treated blondes. Obviously, it was £1, it was a pound shop, and it is, I don't know if you can just see there, it is purple. Not as dark purple as the Bleach London or as the brightening shampoo that you get from Touch of Silver, but then that brightening shampoo is only supposed to be used a couple of times a week. This actually says use up to 3 times a week. I tend to mix and match. I tend to use this and then I use the Touch of Silver because I find with my hair I really, really have to keep on top of it, otherwise it does go quite brassy if I'm not careful. This I've been really, really impressed with. I like the formula. It's really quite creamy and quite nice. And for £1, it's brilliant. It's one of the cheapest purple shampoos I have come across so far, and I really think I will stick with this as well. And I also found, this is XHC, Expel Hair Care. It's called Shimmer of Silver for all blonde shaded hair types. This is a conditioner, lightens blonde, grey and white hair, and you can use this every day. And it is just I'm going to try and take the lid off. I don't know if you can see inside that bottle. It is purple. About the same consistency as the Bleach London and the Touch of Silver conditioners. The one thing I do like about both of these is that whenever I dye my hair, because of the products that I use, it can leave it very, very dry. And the day after I did it, it was almost frizzy and really looked awful. But because I think this has got the argan in it, it's really made my hair a lot softer, a lot nicer. It's improved the condition of it, and so is this. It just feels nicer really, and sort of a bit thicker when it's being washed. So I would definitely, if you're in the market for purple shampoos, I would definitely recommend these two shampoo and conditioner for £1 each from the pound shop. I'm really glad that I discovered them. And when they run out, I shall definitely go and replace these. So there's my top tips at the moment. You know, a bit of thrifty shopping. So that's it. That's everything I've got to show you. I hope you've enjoyed that. Like I say, my tip at the moment is go and check out Primark's homeware. They had some gorgeous Moroccan themed throws and cushions and duvets in there at the moment, and like just lovely little lights and things. You know, I could go mad. I'd love to redecorate the room with it all, but yes, I haven't got the budget at the moment or the time, so fortunately not. So yes, that's my Primark haul and a little bits I've had from the pound shop recently that I thought I'd share with you. I hope you've enjoyed that. As always, you can see me over on my blog at www.nattynikki.com. I'm on Twitter at gamergirl0621 and I'm on Instagram at nattynikki. And it's goodbye from me and I'll see you all very soon. Bye!